The top two seeds getting it on once again. Just a week ago, it was none other than Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies really putting it on Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets in Memphis. But this time around, we're in Denver. Could Jokic and company get some get back? You saw him dishing and then scoring early. Here comes those Grizzlies, though, out the corner. It's their main guy, Ja Morant. Ugly sight in here if you're a Grizzly fan. We don't show many injuries. If we show it, it's probably a bad one. How about Brandon Clark leaving the game? It's a lower leg injury, and unfortunately, it does not look like a good one. The Grizzlies, though, would play on in their guys' honor. You saw Jaren Jackson inside. Then other end, it's Bruce Brown on the throwdown, the old alley-oop. About Luke Kennard finding his way into that Grizzlies rotation. He knocks in the three. And then Ja Morant, the three-pointer the hard way. Memphis up by 8. Third quarter. Michael Porter Jr. with a acrobatic layup. It took me a minute to figure out why did it look so unique. I think Michael Porter Jr. thought about using his left hand. Ended up going with his right, and that was a really good decision. How about Brown just getting that one high enough to not be blocked? Other end, it's Mr. Morant. Just such a beautiful game when he's clicking on all cylinders. Unfortunately for Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, their game stopped clicking, and nothing was beautiful about this fourth quarter in Denver. Jamal Murray would step it up, and he wasn't alone. That deuce puts Denver up by 5. More Denver basketball. It's their MVP crashing the boards. Jokic didn't take a lot of shots in this one. Got a couple attempts up on that possession. Jokic also talking a little trash, puts his finger all in Dylan Brooks' face. These gentlemen would be issued double technical fouls. For Jokic, it's not a big deal. For Brooks, that's his 16th of the season. He'll miss the Grizzlies' next game. Michael Porter Jr. will be playing in Denver's next game. So will their MVP, Nikola Jokic, with the three-pointer. Denver blows out Memphis, 113-97. Jokic, another triple-double, 18 points, 18 rebounds, and that dime to MPJ was his 10th assist. Nuggets win. Well, I have an announcement to make to the people. Honestly, I did not plan to make the announcement right now, but it feels like the opportunity just kind of presented itself with this news breaking earlier in the day. So here we go. I told you guys that I was going to really hit this It's Mr. FERRO channel hard in 2023, and I wasn't lying. This channel has been entirely music up until this point. We've been running for about 6 to 7 years now, and I'm appreciative of all the love. But we're about to flip it. We're still going to do music news, but it will now be 33% music news. I say 33% NBA news and 33% NFL news. I appreciate all the love. I feel like I've been running from my real calling for quite some time, and I just turned 29 about a couple weeks ago. I no longer want to run. I want to go right into my calling, and that is the update. You're about to get a lot of news thrown your way on this channel. I appreciate the love if you've been rocking with me, and I got a lot more on the way. Now, the biggest story in the NBA coming out of today is one of the most disappointing stories I've seen in quite some time. Ja Morant of the Memphis Grizzlies has been suspended for 2 games for showing a gun on his Instagram Live. Now, I got this video in the wee hours of the night. Ja was at a strip club. I don't know if it was in Denver, Colorado or what. That's where the Grizzlies were playing last night as they lost to the Denver Nuggets. I don't know where Ja and Memphis were. Most likely probably Denver. I thought Ja was on a burner account. When I found out that Ja was on his real Instagram account, I said, oh my God, this young brother that lost it. He's off the hinges. He would 100% know that showing a gun as one of the young faces of the NBA will warrant him a suspension. Listen, I am from Memphis, Tennessee. Nothing disappoints me more than to see Ja Morant seemingly crumble with these newfound expectations placed on his shoulders. You are the starting point guard of a team, Ja. You are not NBA YoungBoy. You are about to be one of the faces of Nike. You are not Lil Baby. What bothers so many people with Ja Morant is it is clearly one of the most obvious signs of wannabe energy. I don't know what Ja upbringing was like. I see they got pictures floating around with him and his co-hons. I see it. It's all fun and games. I ain't going to judge the man's past because one picture can't tell you about a young man's story or a young lady's story. I ain't going to do him like that. But it appears that coming up in South Carolina, though Ja wasn't rich, it doesn't seem like he had the hardest of lives. And the reason why I bring that up is Ja Morant, and Memphis will know exactly what I mean. He's giving real Cordova Kid energy right now. He is giving real wannabe energy. And it saddens me to see somebody with so much game, with so much potential, seemingly just crumble like this. Nobody believes you're street. You might be the streetest dude out there, but you're giving out wannabe energy, bro. Nobody who's strapped shows a strap like that on Instagram Live. Nobody wants cases. Nobody who just signed a $200 million+ contract shows weapons online that can in any way potentially hurt that bag. Nobody on the cusp of being one of the faces of Nike goes on Instagram Live to publicly show a gun and strippers for no reason. And this one right here just bothers me. Nobody shows a strap on IG Live that's from that a couple days after a story breaks of them reportedly threatening a mall cop last summer. A couple months after you reportedly threatened the Indiana Pacers staff with an alleged red beam. A few months after story breaks that you beat up a 17-year-old in your house. What is he doing? I've said this from the jump. Anybody that follows my Hoops FERRO platform, this is not news to me. I don't think this young man is ready for this moment right now. I don't think he's ready. I think he's telling you I'm not ready, and he's trying to show you that he's not ready. You know, look, one of the things that has left me with question marks is, Team Morant has done such a phenomenal job being present at all of Ja's games. I don't think I've ever watched a game at the FedEx Forum where I didn't see Team Morant on the front row. And that's a beautiful thing to see, this father present in his kid's life in the way that Team Morant is present in his kid's life. But I'll end this video saying this. I'm not a parent yet. I have no kids, as I turned 29 a couple weeks ago. So I can't tell Team Morant how to raise his kid or how to be a father. But as cool and dope as it is to see Ja Morant's dad sitting courtside, it's starting to feel like when Ja really needs Team Morant is when the buzzer hits zero. Ja looks good on the court. He looks like he knows exactly what he's doing. He looks like he 100% is in control of the offense, 100% in control of his actions. When the buzzer hits zero, it feels like was when Ja needs T more than during these games. He's losing it. Some of these things that he's doing, anybody that come from the hood that's been in the streets, like a lot of my followers have been, a lot of them going to reach out and they're going to tell y'all exactly that I'm not lying about what I'm saying. They don't act like that because you're adding more energy that you don't want your way. You're building a case against yourself. It's wannabe energy. Nobody from that acts like that. And everybody can read it. Matter of fact, people that ain't even from Memphis, the hood, the streets, they looking at this like this don't look right. This feels off. Corny. These kids that grew up on NBA Youngboy and they think they NBA Youngboy. It's one of the weirdest, wildest phenomenons I've ever seen in my life. They're calling him Ja Morant. They're calling him Ja Morant. I don't want to see the kid do nothing else but win. I don't want to see the young brother do nothing else but win. But some of the stuff he's doing, he's going to blow it. You can see it. He going to blow it. If he keep going, he's going to blow it. And anybody around Ja sitting around, and no disrespect to nobody. I'm saying this because I want to see him win. Anybody around Ja that wants to see him win and wants to see him succeed as one of the faces of the league, look, Allen Iverson made mistakes. He'll tell you that to himself. You know, he'll tell you that to this day. A lot of athletes have made mistakes and thrown away paychecks. None of them have went on Instagram Live and showed a gun after a story broke a couple days ago that you threatened a mall cop, that you threatened the Indiana Pacers security, that you pulled a strap on a 17-year-old. That's just taunting the league. They ain't had no choice but to suspend him for 2 games. Under those circumstances, this gives wannabe energy. And if you around Ja Morant and you sitting around enabling him and you ain't calling young homie out on his actions, or if maybe you can't get to him because he's feeling himself right now, I get it. That's cool. I understand that. It is what it is. He young. Everybody, I mean, young people make mistakes. I made dumb mistakes. Snapchat was just bubbling when I was in college. We posted some dumb stuff to Snapchat. The internet done changed, though, 10 times over. If you around Ja and you sitting around letting them rock, you don't care about your bag. Ain't no way. That's not right, bro. You ain't got a burn. Let's call a spade a spade. You can't make sure he on his burner account, on his close friends. Like, come on, y'all fumbling the bag. Y'all, I ain't justifying what Ja was doing. But if he's gonna do some of that, you can't make sure you can't take the phone from his hands. You ain't got enough cliche in his life. You a yes man then. If you can't pull the phone out your partner's hand while we've all been there, you a yes man. You ain't gonna last no ways. Because if he's self-destructing, yes men always end out on the outside looking in when the self-destructor decides to blow up on them. Everybody know that. I ain't breaking news to you. It's unfortunate to me to see Ja do this. Why? Why? Nobody believes you street because you showed a gun. You are not NBA Youngboy because you showed a gun. Man. Time, love, and support is what your boy would never take for granted. Ja Morant suspended by the NBA for 2 games for showing a gun on his Instagram Live. If you're following me on It's Mr. FERRO, then please tap in with Hoops FERRO. If you're following me on Hoops FERRO, tap in with It's Mr. FERRO. Changes are coming soon, but good changes, though. More of me. I'm out.